Welcome to Art Talk Tuesday. This week we're going to continue our discussion of the Addiction Tryptic, which you see here behind me. We already talked about piece 1 last week. Remember that it was 22 by 30. Today we're going to talk about the second piece in the triptych that is entitled Withdrawal. So we're dealing with addiction, which is the overall theme of the series, and then Withdrawal, which is the second piece of the triptych. This piece is approximately 22 inches wide by 28 inches high. Once again, as I discussed last week, I purposely made the frames different sizes. The actual images are the same size, but the frames are different sizes to kind of give a little motion here as you see the three together. This piece is obviously entitled Withdrawal. As we move on talking about our discussion of addiction, withdrawal is a part of the process if you're going to get sober, if you're going to get yourself together. We must go through withdrawal. You can see that we start here with the figure is more of what we would consider something to be evil or demonic, because I really feel like in this situation, we are not ourselves. We are not the person that we want to be, the person that we usually normally are. And you see this figure is dark, we could say somewhat malevolent, disfigured, because we are not in our full humanity. We're not expressing ourselves in the way that the Spirit intended us to live and to be. We have become something else, something lesser, something in some ways we could say darker if we wanted to use that analogy. We're talking about operating from a much lower vibration, and we must go through this place of withdrawal, of denial. You can see here the flame. We talked last week about the flames. We talked about that impure flame is always red and orange, and then a pure flame is blue. Here you can see the flame has become even more impure. It's still emanating from the figure as it is in image 1, but this time the flame has become more impure because it's moved from yellow-orange. Now it is completely red. So the flame is completely been disfigured as the figure itself is disfigured. And I purposely want to leave things very light and vague here, particularly at the bottom, to give this sense of just the flames coming up and engulfing the figure. You can see the eyes are disfigured. One seems to be kind of a little bigger than the other. So we are not ourselves, literally. We are entering the lowest point, what can be the lowest point for some of us in our lives. We're talking about extreme pain. Believe it or not, even if you have an addiction which is considered more psychological than something that is physiological, there's still a great deal of intense pain physically, manifested in physical symptoms, and also psychologically. And so this is a very dark time. So I wanted to depict that in this figure. Also, red flames, we see the yellow, the orange. Once again here, this has probably got about 18 to 20 layers on it. Not quite as shiny as this one. This one is also put in a piece of glass. The black, once again, symbolizing the unknown, the dark, the malevolent forces of lower vibration, which are surrounding the figure here. Same thing surrounding there. And then we have the blending of the tones. You can look here if you see closely. You can't see it from there, but if you look here, you can see closely, there are some scratches here in the paper, just kind of giving that kind of indication of scratching, clawing, gnawing, to be set free, to be released from this agony, released from this pain that's going on here. Also, when we look at this figure, you see the figure is hunched over, very hunched over, and I wanted to do that on purpose to create a sense of shrinking, as if the figure is shrinking under the weight of all that it is going through. And eyes looking out at the viewer, want to create a sense of connection by having the eyes look out. You see in this piece, the eyes are not looking out, the figure is looking away. It's more introspective. In this piece, the figure is looking out. Why? Looking out towards the world, looking out towards some place or some kind of way to find some relief from what is being gone through, to endure this. Nothing like it. You never want to be in this place in your life. If you can avoid this, I highly recommend that you do. And so, need support. But as all things in life, we can be with someone, but ultimately we have to walk through the gate by ourselves. We have to go through it alone. We can get support from others, but ultimately we must make the choice. We must go through. And so that's what we're looking at here with this entire series. So hope you enjoyed that this week. I keep forgetting to asking, if you like these videos, please shoot a like at the bottom. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing these every week. I hope that you're getting something from them. This piece is every piece in this series valued at $1,300 each. They are available in prints off my website, damonpowell.com. Prints start at $35 and up. See you next week.